Yeah, there you go. Hi, my name's Dan. So I just woke up this morning with a bit of an urge to dump some thoughts that were in my head about the crisis that we're facing in Australia. And by the crisis that we're facing, I mean there's an obvious thing right now. When I record this, Australia's on fire, and that's just the start. A lot of us are facing dark times. We've got no jobs. Our houses are on fire. We've got no water. Whatever. There's more of that coming down the line. It's coming down the line for all of us. None of us are guaranteed that we'll be able to get a drink from the tap in the future, that we'll have anywhere to work, that we'll have anywhere to live. The farmland is blowing away in dust in the wind. The reef is dying. The rivers are dead. We've taken an amazing, rich, beautiful country and we have turned it into a desert, and we're turning it into a worse desert as time goes on, right? And the people we've elected to run this country for us don't have a plan for that. They don't have our backs. They're not guaranteeing a place that Australians can live in the future. All the people in this country are at risk of floods and fires and firenados, and having nowhere beautiful to have a picnic on the weekend, and all that stuff, right? And if you think about that a lot, and I think about it a fair bit, that can get pretty depressing. That can get pretty deflating. You can think, this is a really big problem, and what can I do to face it? There's nothing I can do. The fix is pretty easy. You can fix this. We can all fix this really easily. And the answer is that all we have to do is buy one of those green shopping bags. I'm not actually serious. That's not what we have to do. It's slightly harder than that, but it's slightly easier than buying an electric car, right? What we have to do is to persuade one person. That's the end. That is sufficient, right? That's all we have to do to guarantee a regime of us having a grown-up approach to making sure we have somewhere to live in the future. We all have to persuade one person that we have a problem and that we need to deal with it right now, and that one person should persuade one other person, right? If we can persuade one other person that they also need to take on the job of persuading one other person, then one person plus one person plus one person plus one person plus keep on going. That's all the people. That's all of Australia deciding that we are all in this together and that we all need to address this. That's all of us, right? We don't even need all of us because of the way that our elections work. We just need to shift this small minority of people who, vote for, who apparently don't seem to care about electing representatives who do have a plan. We need to shift that into a small majority of people who think we need to have a plan now. That's actually not even, that's far from all of us. That's a few percent of us. We need to persuade a few percent of us to take a stand on this stuff. And then we're done, right? This is that's the whole thing. Like, it's too simple. Just persuade one person. But I should be clear when I say persuade one person. I don't mean that I need you to persuade one person to vote for my favourite party. That's nice if you want to do that, but that's not the main goal. And also, by persuade one person, I don't mean persuade one person that you're right. I don't need to persuade you that I'm right about everything. I don't have a plan for everything. I don't know all the answers. I just know that some answers that are very clear, that we have an existential risk. I don't want to be barbecued in my bed. I'm very sure about that. Other stuff, I've got lots of opinions, but I could be wrong, right? And that's true for all of us. No one has all the answers. So if by persuading people you naturally think that maybe you have to persuade someone that you're right and they're wrong and they're dumb and you're smart, that's not it, right? I don't mean persuade people of all your opinions. I need just persuasion about two things. One, the very important opinion that we have a problem that we need to fix. And, it's about destroying the land. And two, that we both have each other's backs in dealing with this problem, right? I should listen to you and hear about what you need to feel that we both have each other's backs, you should listen to me and hear what I think we need to make sure we both have each other's backs, right? We both have each other's backs. We both agree there's a problem. We both work together to solve the problem, right? This isn't about agreeing about everything. This isn't about knowing the answers. This isn't about someone being wrong and someone being right, right? This is just about we are in this together. And, if part of persuading someone else that this is worth doing is about making compromises, that's also part of it, right? Persuasion isn't free. We're trying to build an alliance here. We should be prepared to, listen and help each other out. But also, if we don't do that, if we don't work out how to help our neighbours, then we're not going to survive what's coming anyway, right? This is almost costless. If we're going to have each other's backs to survive this, then we may as well start having each other's backs right now and get a passable government while we're doing it. Because those are the people who don't have our backs right now. Like, I feel that the government that we've currently elected has the backs of a small number of people. They're going to really stand up for the interests of their billionaire mining mates or whatever. And, they're going to incidentally give out a couple of handouts. They'll throw out a few jobs. But they don't have a plan for most of us. They don't have a plan for even the security of the jobs they have given out. They've got a plan for giving out enough freebies to get their mates in, comfortable, get their mates' support for the next election, and that's the end. So if they don't have our backs, we, you, me, and the people who aren't billionaires, who haven't got a politician in the pocket, we're going to have each other's backs. And if we can get a few millionaires along for the ride, that's fine. But those folks they're not leading from the front. It's up to us. But fortunately for us, it's really easy. We have to do this one simple thing. It's talk to people. Talk to one person and make it better with one person and let that spread. Okay? That's it. Big problem. Small solution. Pretty obvious. We're not doing it right now. Let's start doing it. Done. All right?